rune upgrades that we can get for this. Everyone doing all right? Let's see. Oh, Kubix, we're working on a character delete. It's not going to be ready for this update, but we are going to add more character slots so that if you are already full on character classes, you can still play a Paladin. Nighty Night, I think Paladins are going to be new, and we're going to be taking a look at it as it's released to do some tweaking later. Nisnakehead, I don't think warrior tanks are going to be replaced. Again, I want to point out the fact that even in the Templar path for the Paladins, as strong as a crush resistance is, you are not going to get the amount of parry that a warrior can have. So it's going to be probably a better judgment call on what tank might be better for certain things. But I don't think warriors are going to be replaced at all by the Templar. They might complement each other for certain fights. They might be able to work together. But I don't think the warrior gladiator's path is going to go completely away. All right, so let's talk about rune skills. All right, so a couple of rune skills at level 28. You're going to get the Inquisitor, which enhances your judgment. You can pick between the damage or the healing. The healing is definitely great for any kind of support that you might want to be doing. Damage is obviously great for everything killing. The Taurus swords, you get increased damage and cooldown. And the Rampart of Honor, you get the Shield of Order buff. So this one actually lets you hit 2 extra targets when you use it. So it turns it into kind of an AoE attack. And then it deals an area damage too. So lots of AoE. If you want some AoE attacks, this might be a way to start picking it up. And then this one increases the heal. Remember, Shield of Order takes 10% of your max health. So the more regen you can get back from using it, the better it's going to be. So if you want to use that, I would consider putting these two in. It also ties in with the Paladin of Dawn's attacks, so that might be something. Glory of Paladins, the longer the duration, the better. This skill heals you and does more damage. Might be possible to keep the uptime on this up as much as possible for 100%. That'd be great. And then you also get more HP regen. So this might be something good if you're trying to solo some harder content, or maybe even when you're playing a tank, a Templar. This might be something you want to consider. Durance of Truth. Remember the Paladin of Dawn with the Durance of Truth buff. Everyone who's in their Durance of Truth gets a damage reduction, which is great. And then you get healing on top of that. So it's just overall great group play. And that also increases damage, so you can kill more things with it. Enhanced normal attacks, don't need to go through that. So for PvP players, this might be useful. You can reduce target speed. Remember some attacks that we went through, for example, in the path for the Paladin of Dawn, raining source damage to slow targets is increased. So combining some of this stuff might be pretty interesting. You can do a Taurus sword, run out to them, hit them with a raining sword to do some extra damage. So there's some synergies there. Enhanced raining sword. So this one lets you add a state to target. So when you hit someone with the raining sword, other people when they hit it can heal. Very useful utility for no matter what. And then obviously cooldown reduction, always good. Don't want to die when a skill's on cooldown. This one's the damage increase, and this one's the sword regen, the healing regen. And then Shield of Order again here. When you combo a Taurus sword into the Shield of Order, you can increase that damage. So that's some sort of cycle that you can start working on if you're doing some more ranged style attacks. And then Divine Guidance on top of it, you get a damage reduction on top of the heal. So that makes it very useful for taking any incidental damage. We're going to cover Star Circle in just a bit. We're going to go through this real quick. Divine Guidance buffs, increases hit HP regen and range, always good. Again, if you're really big into PvP, you can pick this up. You give the target a silent state, so if someone's casting something, throw this at them, interrupt it, or maybe stop them from even casting an instant cast. And then Taurus Sword, you can also make that a healing, give it a healing effect as well. So there's a lot of damage and healing going on with the Paladins, but nothing's going to be straight up heal. So you're going to be able to support the healing that's needed in a team, but you're not going to be able to do the full-on healing that might be needed for some of the end game content. Covenant Sword increases direct damage and continuous damage. This is probably my favorite thing because I like the Covenant Sword because it's just so fun to hit that button.